Alrighty then, it's time for a Jungle Skarner game, and this game was a massive doozy. Which one? Most of this day has been absolute hell. I'll explain in a second. What you do? Okay, so for the past few days I've been trying to play ranked, and I've just been getting like the worst sort of luck. Prior to this, I had an AP Jarvan. Prior to that, I had a DC. Prior to that, I had a really angry Fizz player who just demanded we report everybody else in the team because they did something that he didn't like they died or they didn't give him blue or some shit like that. So yeah, I've been just having just the worst games possible. So this game isn't any better, but you'll see what I mean. Anyways, so I'm fighting against Gragas. I'm playing Skarner, same runes and masteries as always. Hooray! I'm invading the enemy Gragas mostly because he ganked bottom, obviously. Though I kind of hate invading with Skarner because the second you take that blue, the crystal, the enemy team is like, hey, he's right there. Either way, the enemy Gnar has no flash, so I'm just waiting for him to try to engage in my teammate. Well, might as well be an opponent because everyone on my team has technically been an enemy this entire day. Anyways, as soon as he blows his abilities, I go in, tag him with my stun or my tail laser, then stun him, and then we slowly grind him out. Watch this too, this is important. I do not take a lot of the farm. I just try to whittle them down just so my Irelia teammate can get the last hits and I can share the experience. I don't want to starve my teammate, but I want to hit level 6 as quickly as possible. So as soon as I get the chickens, I'm level 6, plus Little Spear helped me get back some of my mana. So, to return the favor of the share, I go in and gank the Gnar once more. Also, he just kind of moves very oddly. It's like, he almost kind of, he made a good play right there, escaping by bouncing away, but with my flash and my ultimate, we managed to take him down. So yeah, just sort of rewind that if you want to see that. I made sure not to take any or as much gold as possible, and I shared all the experience with my teammate, and I returned the favor by killing the Gnar. So everyone wins, hooray! Sadly, not all things would be as awesome or friendly as that. I go bottom lane to try to see if I can get a revenge kill on the Jinx and the Soraka, and I'm basically made to fuck off. So, just kind of wandering, taking the Scuttle Crab, just once again getting the pillar, and I always feel bitter about taking the pillars because it just tells the enemy team, hey, I'm right here. Either way, we go down bottom lane to gank the Jinx and the Soraka, and we do kill, I believe, the Jinx. But at the same time that happens, the enemy team decides to just, destroy our asses. Gragas comes in, makes sure I get killed. Thankfully, Soraka gets the kill, and my teammates manage to scamper off, though it costs us a lot of summoner spells. Still, though, it's not as bad as it could be yet, right? Still, Annie manages to find my bar teammate. They kill the, they kill the dragon, they get control of it. Cassiopeia gets a revenge kill on the Annie, hooray for us. I invade the enemy team once more, and of course this kind of notifies them that I'm here. I notice that Gragas is coming, but my relative teammate is like, come gank Gnar, come gank Gnar. So against my best opinion, I go to gank Gnar. And he doesn't die fast enough, Gragas ends up showing up, and the double ultimates against the Irelia murder her so fucking quickly. I try to run away, and of course they see me down, and thankfully my ultimate is up, so Gragas gets destroyed by the tower, and sadly I die. Cassiopeia comes in, almost burns the Gnar down before she gets bared down. Hooray for them, I guess. So, yeah, this game is going pretty poorly for my team so far. Mostly everyone's overextending, and honestly everyone's in chat saying, hey, come gank this lane, or flash is down, you need to come here for an easy gank or something. I'm being torn to every side, but the enemy team has complete track of me because one, I know they have wards. Two, these fucking crystals give me away whenever I have to take them. And I didn't want to take it here, but the bar was going to start the thing, so whatever. They know I'm here. Thankfully, the enemy team doesn't seem to respond properly, so we go down there, burn a couple flashes. That silence completely fucks me up, and this gank was okay. We got 2 flashes, and then, for whatever fucking reason, the Jinx just sort of face checks this bush, even though she should have known I'd still be around. So that causes Soraka to die, and then the Jinx herself dies, so hooray for us. I go to the enemy jungle to try to get their red buff. They know I'm coming, because they probably had this warded, so I just back the fuck off. And then the Gragas is by himself, and I was thinking I might get into a smite battle with him, but he managed to secure it, so I try to scamper off the Gragas ultimate, and he comes through, and then Cassiopeia unfortunately gets killed. I was hoping that maybe by myself I probably would have survived, but the Cassiopeia was trying to be the nice guy and help me out, so poor her, she died. for no reason. Alright, so score is 10 and 10. It's a pretty even game. Team fight wise, both teams have really brutal team fights. We can get easy pickoffs and murder somebody. The enemy team can just absolutely buttfuck us in terms of displacement. So it's going to be a very unnerving game. I'm just completely in panic in this entire game. It's just like stress everywhere. They're asking me to go here, go there, do this, do whatever. Make sure to get the whatchamacallit, I forgot what it's called, the anti-bear, the mini Baron thing, or whatever. That thing, I obviously couldn't. Here I tried to help out the Aurelia and it got me killed. 4 people showed up. Well, 3 people showed up to reinforce the Gnar. It's a mess. Like, I can't do jack shit as Skarner if the enemy team has complete track of me. I know the crystals won't really help that. It's just, I am, like, while playing this game, I'm like, I already had so many shitty games. Please don't make this another one. So, the tilt is surreal right now. Just trying to calm myself down while playing this. My teammate catches Gnar, and thankfully he managed to get absolutely murdered before everything happens. But unfortunately, we can't really push against this because our engage just isn't there without Bard's ultimate, or without the enemy team sort of scampering into a Cassiopeia thing. I try to use my ultimate to try to stop Gragas before he bursts down the Cassiopeia. Unfortunately, the ultimate still went through, and this fight goes into the complete shitter. Like, we tower dove, and we didn't really kill anybody on the enemy team, and they just sort of slowly butchered us. So, yay, that was really bad. And then just the Bard tries to run away. They hunt him down like the animal he is, and I'm the sole survivor. I think Tristana, I don't know if Tristana actually died or not, but whatever. I think she gets revenge killing somebody at some point. Oh yeah, Rift Herald, that's his fucking name. Anyways, we're basically gonna do the exact same thing, because that's the only thing we can do with this sort of composition. We're supposed to bulldoze a lane and then just try to force the enemy team to be in bad positions in bad engagements. But we honestly just can't. We can whittle at them, but then the Soraka just sort of heals them back up. She's like the perfect counter to my team. Still though, the tower is getting very low, mostly thanks to the Tristana, and the enemy team is getting very desperate. You saw that Tibbers. It was a pretty damn desperate Tibbers, and it missed entirely. But that is our go-to sign, essentially. Be a little bit more daring. Also, the Greg is completely failing whatever he's going to try to do right now. I think he tries to body slam us through the wall or some shit, and doesn't amount to jack shit. So, he burns his ultimate, basically achieves nothing. We try to engage, I get stunned, I couldn't ult anybody, but the tower is about to fall finally soon. At least slowly. Tristana is actually going to be the key to victory here. We have every means of keeping her safe and pretty much making sure she does her snowballing shit in team fights. More so than the enemy Jinx has, so... You saw that we killed the Jinx rather easily, but Bard gets a little too close to the tower, and Gragas easily picks him off, so we trade 1 for 1. Either way, we really couldn't push any further than that, so we're just kind of backing off from that. It's going to be, at least from this position, it seemed to me when I was playing that it was going to be a very slow kind of match. So I'm going for the cooldown reduction. I'm going with the things that's just going to help me not die immediately. Eventually I might build some damage. Even though this Bard ultimate was amazing, we weren't really in any position to react on this. So now comes to one of the more frustrating situations. Here, like, this little position is a really good place for either team to fight. It just comes to who has a better initiation. And I'm trying to grab someone important, but I don't even know if they have it warded because we're constantly clearing it and whatnot. I'm trying to constantly go in there and grab somebody. And at one point, I get close enough to grab the Jinx, and she basically implodes. But my team at that exact moment had sort of split up, so we couldn't really take the best advantage of it. So we ended up trading 1 for 1. Bard again dies for the Jinx. And then 2 of my teammates sort of just didn't respond to this properly, and me and the Cassiopeia fought 3 versus 2 and whittled them down, and only later on to the end did my teammates show up to kill the Gragas and the Soraka. If they were there earlier, it might have been a complete massacre against the enemy team. Thankfully, they at least got 2 kills, but unfortunately, when we're going for Baron, the enemy team sort of outplays us, and the Annie completely murders the Tristana. And then the Aurelia and I give chase at the Gnar, but he completely blows up the Aurelia, and the Dragon is completely blasting at my face. Bard goes in, but he should have just kind of backed off and waited for the Cassiopeia to show up, so he died for no reason. And now, Cassiopeia and I go against the Jinx and the Gnar, I just try to do some stuff from the distance. And this Cassiopeia scares them away. I'm dying. Gragas secures the Baron. I lose the Smite duel, and then just shit just doesn't go our way. Cassiopeia kills the Jinx. I get killed by the Gragas and the Soraka, and just a complete mess, right? Every team is 6 kills ahead. Thankfully, though, in retrospect from the replay, you can see that the gold values are kind of tied. The Tristana picks up the Gnar, and a little scene I didn't actually watch in the real game, so I couldn't really commentate on that. So, yay. It's just such a grudge match. And just coming from a whole week of just non-stop losing in this account, I just kind of like, you know, my balls were retracting to my body, essentially. I just wouldn't take it anymore. Bard, I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do at this point, but he got himself nearly killed. Thankfully, he managed to survive with just a little bit of his health. So, I don't even know what the hell he was trying to do, but it cost him his flash, and quite a bit. Here comes the point where I can't really do very much without my flash, so I'm just kind of trying to essentially exist and wait for the enemy team to blunder somebody important close to me. I'm skirting that little line of where I'll instantly get murdered if I get a little too close, but if I don't, then I'll be useless in the team fight. I'm just trying to get myself close, but any stray ward that sees me basically nullifies my ability to do jack shit without my flash, alright? Basically, I'm hoping to either grab the Soraka or the Jinx or the Annie before she blows any of her abilities. So there's 3 prime targets for me to get, but it's basically becoming worse and worse as the game goes on, because the second they buy those sashes, I'm going to become absolutely worthless. So again, I'm just waiting for that opportunity. Thankfully, being teamed up with the Cassiopeia is pretty damn good, because her AoE spray grounding shit really helps out being able to catch people. In this case, the Annie is going to be the one who gets a little too close. She gets close, or at least she's trying to, and I flash, grab her before she blows her load, and she gets absolutely butt-fucked. So, dead Annie. And as a result of that, my team is able to sort of snowball towards the fight. Gragas goes in, but has a very ineffective ultimate, and basically sets up a really good Bard ultimate, and we grind out, I think, 2 other members. I think the Aurelia gets killed for taking the Jinx's life, but that alone is important, big enough for us to be able to take this turret and then sort of tower dive the opponents, because they're just kind of hanging out with low health and then taking a little too risk. Right now the Gragas body slams forward and doesn't achieve anything, so he dies from free. We go after the Gnar, and the Cassiopeia manages to be able to slow him down with the Rylai's and burn his ass down. So we get the inhibitor, and this is of massive importance to my team, because now with a free lane, we're going to be able to achieve what we want. My team, again, is really strong at picking off people and sort of snowballing a team fight from there. So with an open lane, we're going to be able to sort of split the enemy team up, or the super minions are going to take the towers. Again, at this point, I'm just looking to grab somebody and hopefully start off at an advantage, because otherwise we'll lose every team fight. Their team displacement is too damn strong, and their damage is absurd. Thankfully, our Tristana's pretty fed and pretty competent, so she's pretty much what's going to be able to win us this game. Now, I'm constantly trying to clear wards and whatnot, just try to make my position better. And then this team fight here is super fucking messy. I grabbed the Jinx, but she's got her sash, and then Bard's ultimate goes in and hits a good amount. However, if the enemy team had not tried to focus me down and try to focus down my Aurelia teammate, then they probably would have won this. It was such a messy fight in their position that it basically cost them the game. They picked really shitty targets, then they burned a lot of resources on me and my other tanky teammate, even though Aurelia is not the worst target. They just kind of ignored the Tristana, who was pretty much just ass blasting them. But by the way, one of my teammates wanted Baron, but I was like, we were reminding him, we have Tristana. Tristana grinds down towers. And thankfully, we managed to win this, and my losing streak is over, and I just was able to de-stress after this game. Holy shit. Hooray for us. This channel is supported by my sponsors, Crunchyroll and Loot Crate. Check out the description below for links to the websites. Signing up for any trials, including Crunchyroll's free anime trial, greatly supports my channel. Also remember to give the video a like to support the channel, and subscribe if you haven't yet. I've also made a Patreon now, and if you wish to support me through that medium, then I welcome it.